Hi guys, and welcome to my first Airsoft video. So today I will be going over my different pistols I own and what I would recommend for people in the market for a sidearm. So starting from right to left, so I've got the Wesson 6-inch revolver, and next got the Tokyo Marine Desert Eagle, and Novritsch SSP18, my personal Novritsch SSP18, then we've got the TTI Pit Viper from John Wick 4, and we've got the Bolster Blackstone Mark 23, and finally the SSP5. So we'll be going from right to left, and we'll be starting with the cheapest and going to the most expensive. I will be putting the timestamps for each gun, so you can, if there's anything that you want to look at in particular, you can just skip on ahead. Sorry if there's a lot of background noise, it's noisy where I live. So starting off, we've got the Wesson 6-inch revolver, and this is £130 new. I got this second hand, but I mainly got it as it's a cool collector piece. It is CO2 powered, as you can see the cartridges in the grip, and clicks together like this. It is it's a 6-round revolver. You can either use a 1-stage trigger or a 2-stage from a cock the hammer back each go. Each time you cock the hammer back, it does rotate the cylinder. It also comes with one speed loader with 6 of these fake shells that each hold a pellet each. And to load it up, what you do is you pull the open, so there's an open and safe setting there, so it's on safe at the moment. Standard for firing, and if you want to open the cylinder, go all the way to the left, click it out like that, and with the speed loader, what you do is just push it in, and as you push it in, click like that, let go of this, put this down. Now you can see the 6 shells are now in there holding the pellets. You can try and do the fancy like cowboy like spin and flick, but it's not strong enough to be able to do that, so I'd mainly just recommend just clicking back. Now you can either, like I said before, do the first stage, just one stage of just pulling the trigger, or you can do the 2-stage of cocking it back first, as so, and when you cock it back as so, it does rotate now, as you can see. I'll now cut to it actually firing, so you can see how it shoots and also see the FPS. So for the next segment, I'll be showing the Wesson now shooting. So I'll put these in just so, like this. And like I said before, you can either use the 2-stage trigger, so cocking it back first, or you can just use the 1-stage. Okay. So cock it back, go. Shells come out, but sometimes they're a little bit stiff. As I said before, not the most field practical, but for, say, target practice in the garden, it's a pretty cool one, and a cool collector's item, I'd say. So there, press this back in, so, got that. And for the next ones, we will now be chrono again. So. Okay, so that's all 6 shots. And as you can see on the readings, we have a lowest of 353 FPS and a highest of 781.4. But I think that's just a misread. As I said, I shot 7 shots, but it's a 6 shot, so I believe the highest it shot was actually 445 FPS. So that would be over the field limits. I'd mainly recommend just using this for shooting at home. For the damn Wesson, I would say it's good for backyard shooting, but it's not really field practical, as 6 shots isn't really enough unless you are just that guy. Or if you're just into having a revolver or trying to challenge yourself. The only thing is, obviously, it is over the FPS limits for the pistol, being 350 should be the max that you're shooting at. So I wouldn't recommend it for taking to the field. Next, we've got the Tokyo Marui Desert Eagle, and it's very cool, I will say. Obviously, it is massive and not the most practical sidearm, but just for cool factors, or if you are a fan of things like Deadpool like myself, then this is one of those guns that just are very nice to have in your collection. It's actually got a split slide at the top, so it will only have this path go back. I'll quickly show you what that's like. So as you see, only the rear end goes back. And yeah, it's got a safety as well here, so it's got back. Activate the safety as so, and the trigger won't work. Back up, fires. It's got iron sights built into it, as you can see on the top, and also has some trademarks on it. Let's say the mag-ended, but I'd recommend sticking to 24 rounds for this one. As you can see, it comes with a chrome mag and has the 7 reading, as the reel still takes 7 bullets. So I will next cut to me shooting this, and I will also let you know how it runs. You can see it's got a little bit of kick to it. I'll show you it chronoed now. There's 5 shots, as you can see. So we've got a lowest of 303 FPS and a highest of 315. So as you can see, this one is safe to use. I'll just show you emptying the mag. So compared to most GBBs, I would say this has like a lot higher of a kick than most. So if that's something you're into, then I would recommend it. Now we've been through the damn Wesson revolver, the Tokyo Marui Desert Eagle, and now we're moving on to the things I actually use a lot more. So these I mainly just have in my collection, as I like collecting pistols, as you can see. So next we will go for the Novritsch SSP18. So this is a green gas powered. It holds 24 up to 26, but I don't want to overdo the spring. It comes with a fiber optic front sight, as you can see. It doesn't actually usually come with this slide, so this is actually the slide I've changed out to put on it. It usually comes with one that isn't serrated, as you can see, but this one is the polymer version, so it's a bit more lightweight. You've got a 14mm counterclockwise thread that's hidden under this barrel protector, as you can see. So it comes off just like that, and you can then mount on any suppressors or anything. You've also got a rail at the bottom there. So for this, it doesn't actually have a safe semi. Instead, it just has the semi or full auto switch. So the SSP18 is Novritsch's version of the Glock 18, which has the full auto function, which makes it very fun to shoot. Obviously, with gas magazines, you do burn through the ammo very quickly if you're constantly using full auto, so I mainly recommend using semi on this, but I will show you a mix of the two so you can get an idea of how it performs and why I recommend it as a sidearm. You've also got two holster options, so I usually go with a paddle holster and actually dual wield the two of these. This one, I don't actually run it with all of these attachments if I'm holstering it. This would be if I was running it as a standalone. So on this one, I'm running a gold slide, as you can see. I've changed it up myself. The gold flared magwell. Then I've got an O-Light flashlight, the Novritsch modular suppressor V2, and we also have a extended green gas mag. So this actually holds 48 instead. So a bit better for being able to use the full auto function or semi, and you can get by a bit more easier with it. For the firing segment, I will show you firing green gas, and I will also be showing you firing it the HPA. This is a AAP/Glock drum mag, so I can show you a bit more of the full auto in action for if you're running it standalone. And I will also show you the FPS as well. So first I'll be showing you the SSP18 firing on green gas. So back in, back, we're in semi at the moment. 5 shots. Then I will show you it chronoed first, and then I'll show you what the full auto is like. So as you can see there, the chrono figures there. So we've got a lowest of 256 and a highest of 291. I'm currently using 0.25s as that's what I personally prefer to use when I'm fielding, as it gets a little bit better range, and yeah. And then we switch to full auto. As you can see, runs out of ammo very quickly with that. So next I'll be showing you my personal version. So back. 5 shots, and then I'll show you the chrono. So just reset it quickly. Set. So as you can see, there's the 5 readings. A few didn't read, so I had to reshoot. But as you can see, on the low end, we've got 323 and the highest of 353. It might be because we're in the sun at the moment that it's heating, making the gas more powerful, as you will know if you do use these. Then I'll show you the full auto. So I'll switch it across. See, out of ammo. As you can see, the 50 round at least, you get a bit more of the full auto enjoyment, but then again, it still burns through ammo. Next, I'll be showing you what it's like when it's HPA tapped. Again, so. Got the full autos on. As you can see, it's got a very quick, snappy trigger if you need to line up the mag. So. And then full auto. see how many it can get through before we need to wind again. As you see, you can really enjoy the full auto with this. So, as you can see, we've run through the SSP18s now, and now we're moving on to the Taran Tactical Pit Viper. As you can see, so it comes with a Army Armament 28 to 30 round mag. I usually have about 28, 29, so one in the chamber. It has a fibre optic sight on the front, as so, and has the rear irons there. It also has the Taran Tactical trademarks just here, as well as the Pit Viper outside, as well as the caliber just there, 9mm, like the actual one from the film. You've also got the flared magwell, the flared magwell at the bottom, and you've got the extended mag release there to speed up the reloads. As you can see, it's a lot bigger than, say, the SSP18's one. As you see, it protrudes a lot more. It also has stippling on the grip, which is actually someone will poke, instead of it being a 3D printed part, someone will actually poke the holes in it to get this nice serration on the grip like that. You've also got some Taran Tactical trademarks up there as well as the at the bottom there it says the Taran Tactical Innovations, as well as the model and where it was made. You've also got the serial number on the side just here, and yep. So this brand new I bought for 240. That was discounted from 280, and I believe you can now get them around 210, or on patrol base at the moment I did see they're selling it for 160 for their summer sale, which I think is a very good deal. I don't know if it comes with the same grip, but if not, you're still getting like a very solid high capper out of the box for a very good price. I haven't skirmished this too much. I've tried to keep it relatively well, but it has performed nicely, and I will show you the firing for it next. So, up next, the Pit Viper. So, again, so, back. Also forgot to mention, it does have a safety, as you can see, and it also has built in the beaver tail safety, so which is common in 1911 pistols. So yep, it is ready to go. 5 shots. Then I will show you the chrono readings. So as you can see, for the 5 shots, we've got a lowest of 332 FPS with the highest at 367. So as you can see, it's a very solid out of the box performer. And as for rate of fire wise, relatively quick, but yeah, very solid pistol. So Pit Viper done. I think I've also forgot to mention that it's a high capper platform, which is probably the most common platform other than Glocks. So these two both take Glock mags as well, and these two are both high cappers, as you can see. So next we'll be moving on to the Bolster Armory's Blackstone MK23. So when it came to this, I was looking for a suppressed pistol, and this, I've heard, all MK23 platforms are the most quiet due to them being first non-blowback. So when you press the trigger, you can either do it as a 1-stage or 2-stage. You've also got a safety on the side, as you can see. Just click it up like that, won't shoot. So as soon as you put the mag into the gun, it is ready to go. You can then just press the trigger straight away. You don't actually need to cock it back. The cocking back of the slide is more just, I guess, a thing you can do if you want. On the top, it's got a vector optics sight, reflex sight, which is very crisp and clear. And as you can see, it's a very long pistol, so not ideal for holstering, but I do have the DTD holster, which you can just mount like that on your body. It comes with the Mark 23 suppressor. So the base gun was originally a Tokyo Marine Mark 23. Then when you buy it via Patrol Base, they upgrade the slide. They also change a bunch of the internals, as well as modifying these Tokyo Marine mags to have better feeding via the Hadron feed lips, for example. They also have the red dot included, as well as it comes with a hard case. So yeah, very solid suppressed option with good, I guess, side on for a sniper if you're trying to get some more sneaky kills. But also, if I am running this, I'll also run a backup like this just for speedy drawing, or as these are very slow firing in comparison to these, so having a faster shooting gun can sometimes save you if you need. The torch does work. It's what comes with most Mark 23s, and it's not the best, but it's something there, and I think it makes it look cool to have it on there. So yeah, I will now show you the firing for it when firing through green gas, and I'll also show you it firing with the Mark 23 HPA tapped drum mag, which holds 400 rounds instead of this, which only holds 26. So if you wanted to run it as a standalone pistol, then the HPA drum mag is where it's at. So also, this being a non-blowback, you won't actually get as much kick as the rest of these, but you will hear the sound difference with the suppressor on and the suppressor off, which I'll show you next. Bolster Armory's Blackstone Mark 23. I was going to show you it with suppressor on and off so you can see the sound difference, but I think I'll probably save it for the separate review, so I can also show a decibel test to show you more accurately how much the suppressor makes a difference. So as you can see, just put the green gas mag in, and unlike the others, you don't need to cock anything back. As soon as that's done, it's ready to go. See? Here it's a lot more quiet than the other ones. So now I'll show you it in chrono. So as you can see the readings, so you've got a low end of 272 FPS and a high end of 356. So as you can see, it can be very solid sidearm as well. Anything over 250, I'd say, is good enough distance. I will also now show you it while firing via HPA, so you can see what that's like. As for speed of shot, as you can see, you can rapid fire it kind of, but not as quick as the others due to the two-stage trigger of cocking that back and doing that forwards. And also you can rock it like that and have even quieter pull. The main thing you're actually hearing is the hammer going back. So next I'll be showing you the Mark 23 as when it's HPA tapped. So click that in as so, and just see. So as you can see, you can rapid fire a bit more without worrying about ammo. Final sidearm of the day. This is the Novritsch SSP5, which is my main pistol that I use. So it has a 28 round high capper mag, and currently on here I have the Novritsch Red Dot V3, which is actually very similar to this vector optic sight just here that I had on the Mark 23. It has both the rear fiber optic sights, and I have aligned it so that the red dot is just above the iron sights, so it's easy to switch between the two if you need different ranges. On the side, I've also got the universal holster adapter, so it means that you can have all the attachments you want on without it worrying about it being unholstered. At the top as well, you've got the hop-up screw, which is just there if you want to either put it up or down. It's also a split slide design similar to the Desert Eagle, so only this part comes back as it's firing. On the bottom, I've got a O-light light and laser combo, and yeah, it's pretty cool to use, but usually I wouldn't personally run it because most of the time you're not allowed green lasers in most places. So yeah, it's more just an aesthetic thing that I've got it. And on the front we have the Ace Tech, I think Ace Tech Lancer Tactical Bifrost collab, or Ace Tech Lancer Tactical collab, to have this rainbow coloured Bifrost, which I think looks very cool in that chromatic finish. And yeah, that's the SSP5. So now I'll be showing the SSP5 shooting first with the included green gas mag, and I will also show it with the HPA adapter, so you can see how it really performs. Another bonus about the reticle is instead of it being on top of a rail and sitting slightly higher, you get it nice and low so that it nicely lines up, as you can see with the iron sights if you want to follow them as well. And also with only this part blown back every time you shoot, then you don't have the issue of your red dot moving around everywhere, so it's easier to stay on sight. First, I will show you it firing with green gas. So, again, back. As you can see, and I will then show you how it performs from the corner. So we've got on the lower end, we've got 306 FPS, and the highest being 336. So as you see, you can fill this pretty easily, and in terms of fire rate, you can fire it very quickly. I'll then be showing you it firing through HPA, so you can see how much you can make use of the fire rate, as well as how you can be running it as a primary pistol. Show you it firing through HPA, so mag in, so cocks back, and if you really want to see it, so as you can see, you can make the most of the low recoil it has, and how only having the rear slide blow back makes it a lot easier to work with and also to stay on target. You've seen my selection of pistols, and I'll now go over my top picks. So obviously my favourite pistol is still my Novritsch SSP5. I wouldn't have kitted it up so much if it wasn't the most versatile, and I guess I would say I put a lot of money into it, and I'm happy with how it performs, and as a result, that's why it's my main pistol. But for value for money, I would say the best to go for would be the SSP18, and main reason is green gas powered, having the option of semi or full auto is obviously very nice. You also get the fact that Glock mags are quite accessible. So if you want a good out-of-the-box gun, then it'd probably be the SSP18. Easy to holster and holster compatibility. The Glock-style holsters are the most common. I would otherwise say my other recommendation would be the Pit Viper in terms of value for money. If you want a higher capper that performs well and is solid, then I would go for this. It also feels the nicest considering it has the full metal slide, the stippled gripping, as well as it obviously being John Wick's pistol in John Wick #4. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's up to you what you go for your first pistol. I'm just showing you the different ones I have and my thoughts on each of them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will next most likely post something, either gameplay footage or maybe I'll show you my loadouts that I use, so primary weapons with secondary, as well as the gear I wear, what I recommend, or even a full collection video, but we'll see. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like and drop a subscribe if you want to. And yeah, thank you.